Luke 16:10 through 13. One who is faithful in a very little is also faithful in much. And one who is dishonest in a very little is also dishonest in much. If then you have not been faithful in the unrighteous wealth, who will entrust to you the true riches? And if you have not been faithful in that which is another's, who will give you that which is your own? No servant can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and money. English Standard Version. Mini sermon time, y'all. This goes out to all of the born-again TIs and born-again believers who say, I can't afford to pay to tithe. Okay? Many of them will, because it sounds good, they'll say, well, if I won the lottery, if I had a bunch of money, no, you wouldn't tithe then, because you're robbing God. You have little, and you're robbing God. Malachi chapter 3. You are cursed with a curse. Malachi chapter 3, because you are robbing God. If you had a lot of money, you would do the same thing. Because the same thing happens with lottery winners. They wind up living like the rich do. And in fact, easy come, easy go. The vast majority of lottery winners who get the one lump sum payment, they wind up in an equal or worse economic state than they were in prior to winning the lottery. Because they go out and spend, and they wind up overspending. No matter how many millions they won, they wind up overspending, and they wind up in an equal or worse situation they were in before they won the lottery. If you are faithful with little, you will be faithful with much. If you are not faithful with a little, you will not be faithful with much. Do not say, I can't afford to pay my tithes and offerings, because I'm here to tell you, you cannot afford to not pay your tithes and offerings, especially if you are a TI, because their goal is to neutralize you. You need God, and you need the blessings that come from paying your tithes and offerings, especially when it comes by giving to the poor, okay, or agencies that you trust that really help the poor, folks who are homeless, folks in the third world. You will be so blessed, and that's why I harp on this. I want you to be blessed. I want you to be able to brag about God. I want you to have way more positive to say than anything else. So many TIs don't, because they're not paying their tithes and offerings. They are not faithful with a little, therefore they will not be faithful with much. I was homeless. I was on the street, and at that time I paid my tithes and offerings. I don't want to hear, I can't afford to. You can't afford not to. So, I send out my love to all you beautiful TIs. Please help my humble channel grow. Like, subscribe, and share.